The year is coming to an end, and that can only mean one thing in the world of gaming. It's time to decide who will take home the coveted game of the year. In 2024, we saw epic releases that raised the bar for the industry, with studios going all in on breathtaking graphics, captivating stories, and innovative mechanics. But amid the many favorites that dominated the spotlight, there were also some hidden gems that surprised with their quality and earned their place among the best. The question now is, which of these games truly deserve the recognition? Between the giants and the surprises, let's explore the top candidates for GOTY and rediscover what made 2024 an unforgettable year for the gaming universe. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring daily content so you don't miss any details from the world of gaming. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be really happy. From one gamer to another. First up, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been captivating players by expanding one of the most iconic worlds in gaming. The setting, dense and rich in details, brings every environment and character to life, creating an experience that mixes nostalgia with new surprises. The narrative goes beyond expectations, exploring deep themes and emotional moments that grab the attention of any fan. The gameplay is even more fluid and dynamic in the battles, keeping that strategic touch that defines the genre. The battle system is one of the highlights, allowing players to switch between characters and use a variety of abilities that make each fight unique. With each confrontation, the player is challenged to think and react quickly, turning every moment into a journey of action and strategy that keeps the excitement high from start to finish. The immersion is a spectacle on its own, with a striking soundtrack and top-notch graphics that emphasize every emotion and victory. The feeling is one of being fully immersed in the story, experiencing every win and loss with intensity. This grand universe becomes impossible to leave, and it's easy to see why it's among the best games of the year and a serious GOTY contender for 2024. Next, we have Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, an expansion that delves even deeper into the dark and enigmatic world of the original game, filled with surprises and dangers. Every corner of this world hides secrets and creatures ready to test the limits of those brave enough to explore it. The atmosphere of mystery and tension is palpable, and each step forward feels like a victory in itself. This relentless environment keeps the player engaged at every moment, driven by the desire to uncover what's next. The combat dynamics, already intense, gain an extra layer of strategy, requiring even more precision in attacks and defense. The challenge is always high, and the new threats bring unpredictable attack patterns, forcing players to adapt their tactics with every move. Every victory is hard-earned, and the reward comes in the form of genuine satisfaction. The environments are a masterpiece on their own. The contrast between melancholic beauty and dark horror is mesmerizing. The vast landscapes, mist-covered ruins, and the intricate details of each area make it impossible not to stop and admire the visuals. Shadow of the Erdtree elevates Elden Ring to an even more engaging and unforgettable level. In third place, we have Stellar Blade, an adventure that stands out with its stunning visuals and intense combat to captivate gaming fans. With a sci-fi aesthetic and a post-apocalyptic setting, the game places players in the ruins of an advanced civilization, where survival is a constant struggle. The atmosphere is both beautiful and cruel, and the narrative leads players to question the role of technology and humanity in a devastated world. The action is marked by fast-paced, stylish combat, where reflexes and precision are essential. The protagonist must face hordes of enemies requiring different approaches, and each battle brings a sense of urgency and imminent danger. The combat system allows for agile movements mixed with powerful attacks, creating an electrifying and challenging rhythm. Each confrontation becomes a true test of skill, where adapting to each enemy type is key to victory. In addition to the action, the design of the environments and the impressive graphics stand out in every detail, with light and shadow effects that bring the setting to life and draw players into a captivating world. The landscapes of destroyed futuristic cities and technological elements create a full immersion, transporting players to a stimulating and visually striking universe. In fourth place, Space Marine 2 returns to the brutal and frantic universe of action games in a sci-fi setting. Thrust into the chaos of an interplanetary war, players take on the role of an elite human soldier, battling alien threats in visceral combat. The game captures the essence of epic battles, where every movement and shot carries weight, maintaining high adrenaline as players advance through devastated settings. The action is intense and brutal, with both close combat and ranged battles that stand out for their fluidity and variety of weapons and abilities. The enemies, relentless and diverse, require quick responses and different tactics, making each confrontation unique. The combat system encourages players to charge directly into the line of fire, creating a fast-paced rhythm full of surprises. Here, battles are fierce, and surviving a confrontation is a rewarding achievement. The game's setting also impresses, with vast, detailed war zones that capture the grandeur and destruction of interplanetary conflict. The fluid animations and attention to every element make each environment convincing and immersive, transporting players to a dark universe where the fight for survival is constant. Space Marine elevates the genre with its direct and fierce combat, providing intense action moments that are unforgettable. In fifth place, Helldivers 2 takes players into a cooperative galactic war where coordination and teamwork are crucial for survival. Set in a grim future where humanity battles alien threats, the game places players and their allies on dangerous missions, filled with ambushes and unexpected traps. The sense of urgency dominates every mission, and players feel the pressure to protect their own lives and those of their comrades. The combat mechanics are engaging, with a system that emphasizes strategic positioning and communication between players. Every team member plays a crucial role, whether wielding heavy weapons, launching grenades, or activating special abilities that turn the tide in the squad's favor. This requirement for cooperation adds a unique depth to the confrontations, where a wrong choice can jeopardize the success of the entire mission. With its vibrant and inspired visuals, the game surprises by blending hostile alien landscapes with intense special effects, bringing to life a setting that is both beautiful and dangerous. In sixth place, Silent Hill 2 returns with a psychological horror atmosphere that captivates and immerses, transporting players to the heart of a city shrouded in mystery and suffering. This game takes players on an emotional and dark journey, where every street and shadow hides secrets and horrors that seem alive. The oppressive environment and growing sense of isolation gradually take over, trapping the player in constant, almost tangible tension. The gameplay combines exploration and challenging puzzles that require attention and reasoning, while keeping the fear ever present. It takes more than courage. The player is forced to face not only threatening creatures but also themselves, in a narrative that delves into trauma and intense emotions. This balance between moments of danger and introspection deepens the immersion and makes the journey unique. The revamped visuals intensify the experience, with detailed environments that seem to breathe the melancholy and terror of the city. The subtle, disturbing soundtrack amplifies feelings of anguish and suspense, creating a rising tension that grows with every moment. This is a game for those seeking more than just jump scares, offering a psychological horror journey that provokes reflection and seeps into the player's mind. In seventh place, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero brings a new dimension to the classic battles of the franchise, capturing all the intensity and dynamism of fighting games that are popular among anime fans. With vibrant graphics and action scenes that feel like they've jumped straight out of the manga, the game throws players into breathtaking battles where they can feel the power of each attack and the impact of every confrontation. Nostalgia blends with a modern presentation, bringing each move and special technique to life. The combat system is fluid and powerful, allowing for combinations of strikes and energy attacks that require agility and strategy. The action becomes almost cinematic, with every movement choreographed to give the feeling of being at the center of an epic battle. It's like reliving the most memorable scenes of the series, but with the control in your hands. In 8th place, Hades 2 enters early access with a proposal that continues to electrify roguelike fans. Following the formula of its predecessor, the journey is full of intense challenges, but now with a new protagonist and a narrative that expands within the mythological universe. The game maintains its essence of frenetic combat and immersive action, but now with new powers, enemies, and a story that unfolds in a unique and surprising way with each run. The combat remains fast-paced, with a mix of rapid attacks and special abilities that demand quick reflexes and strategic decisions. The variety of weapons and synergies between powers make each run different from the last, offering multiple ways to approach each challenge. The art is still stunning, with colorful and detailed environments that create a unique atmosphere for every level of the underworld. The game maintains its intense energy and immersive feel, with memorable soundtracks that accompany the action, making each fight a living part of the narrative that unfolds with every new attempt. In 9th place, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth takes players on a new journey in the series universe, where drama, humor, and action blend in an engaging way. The vibrant urban setting serves as the backdrop for unusual encounters and intense conflicts, transporting players to a world where every detail tells a story. In this title, the balance between serious moments and sharp humor creates a unique atmosphere, offering surprises at every corner. The combat mechanics are an intriguing fusion of action and strategy. In turn-based battles, players can use the environment to their advantage, creating unexpected attack and defense opportunities. The available skills bring a creative touch, allowing for combinations that make each battle a spectacle of its own. Tactical choices become fundamental, and it's rewarding to explore the potential of each character in the chaotic urban fights. The urban setting masterfully captures the essence of a modern city, filled with stories and memorable characters. The contrast between bustling environments and introspective moments adds depth to the narrative, involving the player in a captivating plot. With a mix of drama and humor, this RPG surprises and captures attention every moment. In 10th place, Dragon's Dogma 2 returns with an epic fantasy adventure that challenges players in a vast world full of mysteries. With gigantic creatures and unpredictable environments, the game places players in situations that test both courage and skill. The journey here is intense, with lush environments and a constant sense of discovery, as ancient secrets and unexpected dangers wait around every corner. Combat is one of the high points, with dynamic battles that allow players to interact directly with enemies. The ability to climb colossal creatures and attack vulnerable points adds a special dimension to the confrontation, creating moments of pure adrenaline. With multiple classes and abilities, players can explore different fighting styles, adjusting strategies according to the challenge and the type of enemy, enriching each battle. The pawn system, AI-controlled support characters, adds a strategic and customizable element to the journey. These allies can be trained to fight alongside the player, bringing even more depth and interaction. The mix of exploration, combat, and companionship transforms the adventure into an engaging and grand epic, solidifying the game as a landmark in the action RPG genre. In 11th place, Persona 3 Reload arrives with a nostalgic touch, bringing back a classic RPG that captivated fans with its engaging plot and unique themes. Here, the player takes on the role of a student who discovers a hidden reality where monsters and shadows appear around the city. This alternate universe takes shape at midnight, during a mysterious, dark hour that only a few can access, adding a layer of suspense and intrigue to each night. The turn-based combat system is strategic, encouraging the player to combine abilities and exploit enemy weaknesses. The use of personas, manifestations of inner strength, allows for special attacks that turn battles into true puzzles, where every move counts. Managing resources and strengthening the personas are essential to progressing, bringing a depth that keeps the player engaged and rewarding tactical choices. During the day, the game immerses the player in an intense school life, where each social interaction can influence progress and unlock new skills. The relationships the character builds with other students and city residents enrich the narrative and bring deep emotional and psychological themes to the forefront. The balance between school life and nightly combat creates a unique and immersive dynamic, solidifying this game as one of the most memorable of the year. In 12th place, Metaphor ReFantazio offers a unique proposition by blending fantasy and RPG in a story full of symbolism and imagination. This game transports players to a magical universe, full of mysterious realms and enigmatic figures, where each character brings a complexity that unfolds as the plot advances. The game develops a narrative rich in visual metaphors and exciting themes, presenting a world where the impossible and the real mix in an engaging way. The combat mechanics feature a turn-based system that combines strategy with creativity, allowing players to explore various combinations of abilities and attack styles. The design of the battles ensures that each confrontation requires quick thinking and tactics, avoiding repetition and keeping the rhythm interesting. Every movement and decision matters, and the battles become memorable moments where unique skills and weapons shape each action scene. The visual and artistic style is impressive, with a design that uses vibrant colors and dreamlike shapes, creating a fantastic setting. The landscapes and characters seem straight out of a fairy tale, with intricate details that transport players to breathtaking environments. This RPG offers a visual and narrative experience that goes far beyond the conventional, making this journey intriguing and unforgettable, marking its place as one of the best games of the year. In 13th place, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom brings a new adventure to the classic fantasy universe, full of mysteries and challenges that captivate at every step. The vast and detailed setting invites exploration, revealing enchanting landscapes and ancient temples that hide complex puzzles. The journey is filled with discoveries, and each location explores a different aspect of the story. The combat and exploration mechanics strike a perfect balance between action and strategy, allowing the player to use various abilities and items to face enemies and overcome obstacles. Interaction with the environment is deep, and the available tools provide creative ways to solve puzzles and progress, ensuring a sense of achievement with each challenge conquered. The art and soundtrack elevate the experience, creating a magical and immersive atmosphere. The detailed visuals and epic music accompany each stage of the adventure, transporting the player to a universe where the fantastic and the heroic meet. This new chapter in the franchise is a treat for fans and a testament that the action RPG genre still has much to offer. In 14th place, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown revives the classic essence of the series, blending agile action with platforming and a setting full of mystery. Set in a fantasy world inspired by Persian mythology, the game challenges players with breathtaking trials in ancient temples, deserts, and fortresses full of traps. Each environment is designed to challenge reflexes and intelligence, offering an experience that goes beyond combat, with fluid and clever exploration. The parkour and acrobatics mechanics are a standout, allowing for fast and precise movements that are the hallmark of the series. Jumps, climbs, and dodges flow in a sequence of actions that require skill and mastery of controls. In combat, players face skilled enemies, where each attack must be timed to avoid being caught off guard, keeping the tension and adrenaline high. This combination of action and movement creates a unique and exciting rhythm. The vibrant graphics and artistic design capture the grandeur of an exotic world, with environments that evoke legendary tales and colors that enhance the magical setting. The game captivates with its stunning visuals and authentic soundtrack, turning every new stage into a sensory journey. This is a welcome return to the action-adventure genre, bringing a renewed vision to a beloved franchise in the world of gaming. In 15th place, Hellblade 2 plunges the player into an intense and psychological narrative, exploring deep and dark themes with an impressive visual approach. This game takes the player on an emotionally charged journey, where the protagonist faces external and internal dangers, challenging the limits of sanity in a world haunted and filled with symbolism. The setting is chilling, with environments that seem to draw the player into the troubled mind of the character. The combat mechanics are brutal and realistic, requiring precision and rhythm to face each enemy. The fights take place in desolate and dramatic settings, where the player must alternate between attacks and defenses in battles that feel almost visceral. With no indicators on the screen, combat relies on the player's attention to the opponent's movements, making each confrontation a test of skill and perception, while the narrative and environment heighten the tension. The sound design is a standout, creating an immersive sensation with voices and whispers around, reinforcing the atmosphere of tension and isolation. The soundtrack and environmental effects envelop the player and add a layer of depth, making every moment feel dense and full of meaning. This is a game that transcends the action-adventure genre, offering an intense and innovative approach to the world of gaming. In 16th place, Nine Souls presents an intriguing blend of mythology and science fiction, transporting the player to a stylized universe that combines Eastern tradition with advanced technology. The narrative immerses players in a mysterious world where ancient deities and a futuristic culture coexist, creating a unique atmosphere of exploration. Every environment is carefully crafted, revealing details that invite players to uncover secrets and ancient stories hidden among ruins and enigmatic temples. The gameplay combines platform action with precise combat elements, where players must master quick reflexes to defeat enemies with agile movements and strategic attacks. Combat requires synchronization between defense and offense, offering a sequence of fluid and intense moves. The increasing difficulty creates a sense of progression and reward, with each defeated enemy being another step toward unraveling the surrounding mysteries. The artistic style stands out for its contrast between ancient traditions and high-tech environments, resulting in a visual design that captures the essence of the game. Vibrant colors and detailed settings create a captivating aesthetic, while the Eastern-inspired soundtrack adds to the immersive atmosphere. This is a game that surprises and delights, offering an action-packed journey of discovery that grabs the player's attention. In 17th place, Pacific Drive puts players behind the wheel in a unique survival adventure, exploring a desolate territory full of mysterious anomalies, where inexplicable forces defy logic and transform the landscape into a shifting maze. Every mile reveals a new danger, requiring a mix of skill and bravery to continue driving through the treacherous roads. As the journey progresses, the car requires repairs, adaptations, and upgrades, and players must manage resources found along the way. This interaction with the vehicle adds depth to the gameplay, as each decision directly impacts the chances of survival. The tension builds with every stretch of road, where players must balance speed and caution to escape strange phenomena and unexpected threats. The setting is dark and immersive, with a visual style that highlights the post-apocalyptic landscape and its disturbing peculiarities. Environmental sounds and a minimalist soundtrack create an atmosphere of constant suspense, making players feel like they are in a survival thriller with each mile driven. This game transforms driving into a test of endurance and ingenuity, where every turn could be decisive for the outcome of this intense journey. In 18th place, Still Wakes the Deep takes players to an oil rig isolated in the middle of the ocean, where something inexplicable and terrifying begins to happen. Surrounded by a claustrophobic environment with no chance of escape, players must explore the platform, investigating strange sounds and movements while trying to understand what is causing the chaos. The atmosphere is filled with tension and mystery, making every hallway and room feel like a potential threat. The gameplay focuses on exploration and suspense, with unpredictable moments of action. The tension grows as the environment becomes more hostile and isolation takes its toll. With a visual design that captures the oppression of an industrial space in the middle of the ocean, the game creates an unsettling environment where even the smallest details contribute to the suspenseful mood. The soundtrack and sound effects heighten the atmosphere, making players feel every step and every sound as an alert. This psychological horror thriller turns the mundane into something terrifying and unforgettable, leaving a mark among the top suspense and survival titles. In 19th place, Black Myth Wukong transports players to a fantastic universe inspired by Chinese legends, with detailed environments and creatures that defy the imagination. The game offers a journey filled with action and mystery, exploring a culture rich in myths and stories. The combat mechanics are intense and well-balanced, with special abilities allowing players to transform and adopt the powers of mythical creatures. Battle strategy is essential, requiring calculated movements and quick adaptation to the enemy's different attack styles. There are also elements of stealth and exploration that make progression rich and dynamic, maintaining interest and pacing throughout the adventure. In my opinion, this is the frontrunner for GOTY this year. With an aesthetic that blends beauty and strangeness, the game captures the essence of an ancient and vibrant mythology. The soundtrack and sound effects elevate the atmosphere, transporting players to a world where every sound and every scene reinforces the epic and supernatural tone. This action RPG stands out for its originality and the way it reinvents a cultural tradition with both modernity and respect, creating a memorable experience. Next, we have a bonus game, Stalker 2, set to release on November 20th. Even before its debut, the game is already surrounded by huge expectations, and everything points to it being one of the major highlights of the year. Set in a post-apocalyptic exclusion zone, the game promises to bring back the dense and oppressive atmosphere that marked the first Stalker, a true cult classic among fans of survival and horror. The desolate and mysterious setting seems perfect for dangerous exploration, where every step will be crucial. The gameplay promises to combine tactical combat with stealth, requiring players to think carefully about each move while facing mutants and hostile forces in an unpredictable environment. From what has been revealed, resource scarcity will make item management a tense and strategic task. The combat appears brutal and realistic, with effects designed to capture the intensity of being in an inhospitable place, where every quick decision could determine survival. The artistic side promises to be a spectacle, blending horror and realism in devastated, detailed environments that captivate the eye. The soundtrack and sound effects seem to complement the setting perfectly, enhancing the suspenseful mood that the series is known for creating. This bonus has all the potential to become a landmark in the genre, and early impressions point to it being a strong candidate among the best of the year. Among so many incredible titles, this list highlights the top GOTY contenders for 2024. Each one offers something unique, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say Black Myth stands out with its innovative visuals and intense gameplay. Yet, contenders like Final Fantasy and Silent Hill have qualities that may surprise in the race. The competition is bound to be fierce. And what about you? Who's your top GOTY contender? Is there a game missing from this list that you think deserved a spot? Also, let me know what your best game of the year was. I just finished Days Gone and thought it was amazing. And if you want to stay up to date with everything happening in the gaming world and never run out of games to play, subscribe to the channel. That way, you're helping us grow too. I'm leaving a link to a video with 20 old games that are still worth playing. Just click to watch. A big hug, happy gaming, and see you tomorrow.